Hey, what's up you guys? Today's video we are going to be talking about fired from job. This video is something that pretty caught up with my attention. Today we are going to be talking about why fired is the word fired in the job. We're going to be taking a look at it, and before we do so, I want you guys to leave a like, comment below, and hit that notification bell button. And join today's show by subscribe. It's totally free. And yeah, let's get this thing started. Okay, so fire the terminating employee against the will of the worker. So basically, if the bosses fire you for unnecessary thing which you're not supposed to do, he or she will fire you from that job or the company, and you'll be out of money, out of job basically. So let's scroll down here. What does it mean to get fired from your job? Getting fired means that employer is terminated against the will of the worker. So the will of worker means that it's the luck of the wills against the termination. The termination means you're getting fired from your job and you're unemployed and you're no longer in the job basically. They basically released you from that job. But there's a numerous reasons why the company managers fire you from that job for their employees. However, most don't need a valid reason to terminate employment. If one is not covered by a bargaining agreement or employment contract, the chances are that they are at-will employees, which is basically they're having their one lucky chance. Employment will give a company owners freedom to fire anytime without notice. Getting fired anytime without notice means that if without reason. So if they fire you for no apparent reason, then that means that they'll take you off out of the job site, which is something that's a no-no, because there are certain reasons why you can't be fired. But there are certain reasons that you will be fired. Is that if you do something like, if you wear like inappropriate appearances, bad languages, or bad smells like odors and stuff, like a very bad hygiene, and not taking care of yourself, which means that these are the things that they will fire you from for, what you will become. So, and I mean, you cannot get fired if you are, on your phone. Well, actually, you can get fired, but not unless you're on the break. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the sandwiches for a minute right here. See, this person right here is carrying a box with he or she's his and hers stuff. Now, you take a look at it. That box right there that person's carrying is all their stuff from work and bring it to home. Which means that stuff of theirs means that they are getting kicked out of the company, which the boss or the managers have fired them with a purpose. There's always a purpose. If you don't get fired with that purpose, then why in the heck you get fired from anyways? Okay. And there's a thing down here say. Okay, so with that being said, most employers don't fire individuals without reasons, without purposely reasons. In fact, The major of firings are described as termination for cause, meaning that an employee loses his or her job because his or hers is at fault, which means that they done something very, very acutely bad. Reasons why employees get fired. Here are common reasons that you can get fired and thrown out of the job. Number 1, stealing company's equipment. Now, stealing a company's equipment is something that you can get fired most likely. So, even though it seems like a no-brainer, an employee can lose his job because of stealing items of the company. If that item or that equipment belongs to a company, you cannot steal that. If you're sneaky enough, you can. But then you get fired a couple days later. But think no one will notice that the stack of printer paper that remains at the end of each week is missing? Or perhaps one of the workers kept losing his mouse and needs constant replacement of the same. As minor as such as transgressions may seem, they are serious offenses that can an employee end up being fired. One of the accidentally takes company equipment to his home or other premises and should return the following day and report the matter to his manager. If not, you get fired. Failing to perform the job for which one was hired. Okay. The perform is basically proving what you're capable of. That's the key word. Hired means getting a job, which applying, like the person's looking for. Keep that in mind. Unsatisfactory performance is the primary reason why most employees get fired, such as a reason encompasses a number of specific things that can cause an individual to lose his job. For example, if an employee is too sluggish, makes too many mistakes, fails to meet set standards, keep asking too many freaking questions, missing deadlines, or uses poor judgment and will be classified under poor performance. Poor means very bad performance. So if that person have poor performance, then that person should not get hired at all and should get more experience on the job sites as well. Number 3, taking too much time off. There is no secret that work is stressful, but those who do activities that can make climbing out of the bed each morning very difficult. So it's understandable if an employee calls in sick or wants to take some time off. However, if one takes too many sick days or vacation days at the wrong times, it could get him fired. For example, if an employee keeps asking for time off when the company is in the middle of the busy season, it reflects poorly on the employee's dedication. Now, I don't take time off on YouTube, which I probably will have to, but I don't take time off. Now, if someone was taking time off, let's put example. So, if I was the boss of this company, if someone asked me they want to take some time off, I'll give them 1 day of the break. But if someone takes too many breaks or go on vacation, say like if this person has been on my company for like maybe 15 years or 2 years, for example. If that person hasn't been in his job for 2 years and it comes back 2 years later, I will fire his little butt out of my company. That was just an example of how you get fired for taking too much time off. If you want the time off, you gotta get to 1 day off to think about it. But if you want time, look. But there is no secret at all. So if there's something going on with your mind, if there's personal problems or something like that, all you gotta do is ask the boss to take some time off. They could probably understand why you're upset. But taking way too much time and doing something that you shouldn't be supposed to do, that can get you fired immediately. So don't do that. Ugh. Number 4, cheating on the job application. Okay, we see a lot of people done this crap. Okay, most people beef up their resumes and assume that once they're secured the position, what they did get the job is no longer important. However, if that's not the case, if the individual's performance starts lagging, the HR department can't decide to review the employee's resume again. Which means that they could see what in the heck is that person's resume is all about. Because they can't detect where that person's copying off someone else's application for the job. If the company manager is constantly dissatisfied with the employee's performance, and then he finds out that the worker lied in the application, he may not hesitate to terminate the employee, which means getting fired from the job and probably get arrested or so. I mean, you can't get arrested. Yeah. Number 5, for going company records. Flaunting firm records is not only unethical and possibly illegal, but it can also get an employee fired. So, if you doing something that's unethical for your work and possibly illegal, which means get the law involved, that's not a good sign. And then you get fired, which is something that a lot of people should not do. Number 6, using a company computer for personal use. Ooh. Okay, before I say anything else, using a company's freaking computer for personal stuff, dude. I'm gonna take this off. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. I think you hear me now. Do not use these companies' computers as a personal property. Do not use them. You can they can see everything what you do. These personal uses ain't the reasons why you get fired, but if someone else is using the computer's company for just businesses and they see your personal account, that personal account can take a lot of it out of the regions, and that can get you off guard and everybody else's. But you take that computer and stealing it from that company, then what happens next is that once they found it's gone, you could get in trouble. Now, let's get back to the subtitles. Nothing gets a worker fired faster than using company equipment for personal businesses. For example, if an employee who is caught playing video games, which is very, very, very dumb, checking out his Facebook friends or watching a movie is very likely to get fired. Either one gets some free time. He should spend it wisely, engaging in meaningful activities such as helping his coworkers. That is the truth. But play video games, you can seriously get fired if you're on Facebook or watch a movie. You can seriously get fired. So don't ever get on Facebook on anybody else's the company's computer, unless you're using it for business, like talk to a customer on the phone or whatever. But just don't use that for free time. If you want to do something, you should spend wisely. Signs that our employee is about to get fired. Losing one job can't be a real surprise. However, there are a few telltale signs that our employee is good about to get axed. Number 1, when employees' roles keep shrinking. Number 2, constantly getting critical performance reviews. Number 3, getting assigned impossible assignments. And here's the summary. I'm going to read the summary. So, the summary says here, getting fired means that an employee's job is terminated for reasons such as a poor working performance or unethical behavior, such as stealing the company's equipment or company's belongings or computer, etc. However, an employer can get fired workers without any personal or without any reasons if they're at-will employees. That said, there are some warning signs that are show one of the verge of getting fired. They include receiving negative feedback on performance, getting passed up on assignments, and being tasked with impossible projects. Now, I'm not going to read this, the last one. I'm not going to read it. The summary was the last one. Guys, if you get fired from this job, you will get fired. Let me tell you something. You get fired for your job, you can't get fired. Now, I want to talk about besides getting fired. Okay, so we talk about stealing the company's equipment, right? If you steal their equipment, you could get arrested and end up being fined and end up being fired. That's three being said of how to get terminated. Basically, I can all say that. But the good news is that some of the workers will not get fired because they're doing good work, which is fantastic. Because and everybody else should have thought about this. But we do a lot of working, like helping coworkers out and trying to help the customers what they need. That is a ethical working, great performance of the behavioral of at your job site. That is the main purpose. It actually gives you a positive feedback. And you can actually get it done in every single day without being reserved. Without revealing the consequences that you may face, or press charges, or end up being fired, or terminated from a job, or released. Because some of these people who don't know what they're doing will get fired. And not only just, like, not just one worker from Subway, but from many different places. Like, there's fast food restaurants, There's malls, grocery shopping, game stores. All that can be reserved as a job. And you get fired from out of all of them jobs. There's a lot of jobs out there you can get hired. But if you get fired from one place to another, etc., you get fired from all them jobs, then unfortunately no one's going to hire you. Unless you start building your own job. Which is something that I may work on or, whatever. But yeah, so hopefully no one going to get fired for this year. Because this year is going to be, a fantastic year. So please don't get fired. Don't do this at home either. Don't do this at your job site. If you already had a job, please do not get involved with all this, because this is some serious situation. But that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to slap that like button. Join the nation by subscribe. It's totally free. Like I said, click notification bell button for all my content so you do not miss like this every single day. And comment below what this video do you think. What should I talk about more next, about the jobs or employees, or what terminated means. But yeah, so that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day and stay awesome. And have a good day.